So which coins am I picking up before the Bitcoin halving? As you guys know, as of the recording of this video, the halving is in 2 days. Bitcoin has dropped from about 72k now all the way down to 61k, and I believe it could possibly drop a bit further, maybe even into that 50k range possibly. And that means that altcoins are going to be at a great discount in the coming days and weeks. This video, I will be going through the 5 coins that I am looking to pick up, especially when we get this Bitcoin volatility, when we see this potential Bitcoin drop. These are the altcoins I am going to pick up. And the number one altcoin is going to be Aerodrome. For those of you that have been watching my videos, you know that I'm extremely bullish on Aerodrome as a project, right? The number one DeFi project on Base, the number one decentralized exchange on Base, one of the top decentralized exchanges in the entire crypto space. And looking at the chart of Aerodrome, you can see, right, we are close to breaking this support zone right here, from about 158 to 167. And I'm looking actually to accumulate in these lower zones. So I do believe that Aerodrome could potentially break through. If we break through here, we're definitely going to see more of a drop down to these lower 130 to 140 ranges, and I think accumulating at this area could be a good possibility. Now, of course, we might not see this drop, right? If Bitcoin does go up after the halving, then we can definitely see a bounce back up right to these $2 zones, and potentially, you know, we hit our all-time high right after that. Of course, I don't have a crystal ball. You know, I don't know which way Aerodrome is going to go, but look to accumulate in this zone right here, 130 to 140. I do believe if Bitcoin drops even further, that's definitely where we're going to head. I've talked a lot about Aerodrome in the past couple of videos, but as you guys know, Base, right, one of the most bullish ecosystems right now. It's the 6th largest chain by total value locked right here, as 1.45 billion total value locked. And if you look at the top DeFi projects on Base, of course, Aerodrome is going to sit at the top. Let's see if this page loads. Okay, there we go. Aerodrome, right, it's a DEX with a total value locked of 700 million. This number continues to grow. Just a week ago, it was like 650 million. So it's definitely going up. More and more people are using this platform. And of course, it's the number one Base DeFi project by far, right? You have Extra Finance, another project I'm bullish on that's, you know, much lower than it. And yeah, the total value locked is just going up. And I'm extremely bullish on Base and extremely bullish on Aerodrome. Look to pick this coin up when it eventually drops to that 130 range. The number 2 coin to pick up before the Bitcoin halving, in my opinion, is going to be kaspa. Like you guys know, this is a proof of work layer 1 coin, and I am extremely bullish on it. It is one of my most bullish positions, and the chart is actually looking very nice, right? Despite this downtrend that we're having, you can see that we are making 2 very bullish flags, and I actually believe if Bitcoin does drop, we could very, very well see a drop to these lower zones right here into that 9 to 10 cent range, right? I could definitely see that happening with kaspa, and I don't expect it to go any further than that, right? Unless Bitcoin drops to like 30k or something, which is, it's not going to happen really. Other than that, you know, I think this zone is a very, very safe bet to pick up more kaspa, right? I've already completely loaded up on my kaspa bag, so I don't really need to pick it up at these ranges if it does drop again. But you know, if it does drop to like 9 cents, that's very cheap. You know, I would be very willing to pick up even more kaspa to completely top off my bags, personally. And if it drops back down to 9 cents and you wanted to get into kaspa, didn't have any kaspa yet, that would be a perfect entry in my opinion. But right now I'm sitting pretty, you know, I'm not in a rush to get any kaspa right now because, like I said, I've already topped off my bags, but we're sitting at about 12 cents. I could definitely see it going back to 10 cents to 9 cents, or at least touching those ranges if Bitcoin does get another flash crash, maybe down to like 55k. You can definitely see those levels, but long term, guys, kaspa is looking really pretty. You know, 25 cents, 35 cents, 40 cents, 50 cents, $1. That's all coming in the next 6 months to 1 year, in my opinion, right? We're going to hit 50 cents, $1, $2 even in the next year. That is just my opinion. So picking up kaspa at these levels right now is still a really great opportunity. Number 3 coin to pick up before the Bitcoin halving, in my opinion, is going to be ArcBlock ABT. Now, as you guys know, this is one of my most bullish plays for the bull run. And looking at the chart right now, if you picked up any ARC block, you know, when it was sitting below at 150, when I told you guys to pick it up, you're still sitting very well right now. It's at 215. Of course, it did have that run up all the way to $3, but we've definitely retraced, you know, partially due to Bitcoin, you know, being really volatile right now. But I still believe that we are holding this range really, really well. Of course, if we do get a flash crash of Bitcoin, then expect more lower zones for ARC block, right? We could definitely see it retouch this 140, 130 range even, which was that previous area of consolidation. We could definitely see it dip down, touch that, and then continue to consolidate and eventually move back up again. That's definitely a possibility. In terms of what I predict in the future, right? If Bitcoin crashes to the 50,000 range, right, we're definitely going to see this 135 to 160. That's where you're going to aim to pick up ARC block. But if Bitcoin does not crash, if after the halving Bitcoin makes another run to the upside, we could definitely see more highs. We could retest this high of $3 and potentially even make another move up once again. ARC block has an extremely strong support zone right here, from that 130 to 160 range. So I definitely do not think we're going to break through that range anytime soon. But just keep in mind, you know, things are going to get a little bit volatile leading up to the halving, and maybe even a little bit after the halving. We typically do see a dip in Bitcoin price immediately after the halving. That's kind of what's been happening in the past few cycles. Let me see if I can find a chart right now. So you can see, right, in the second halving, what happened was we immediately got a dip. This was the 2017 halving. We got a dip. Actually, I think I have a better chart. So you can see 2017, we got a giant red candle, right, which was basically what we're getting right now in 2024 in this halving. So right after the dip, we could definitely see Bitcoin hit that, you know, 50 to 60K range. And if that does happen, then expect things like ARC block to retrace back to its previous support level. So that's just my reasoning for it. But if you're thinking long term, none of this short term technical analysis even matters at all. I'm just doing this for you guys just to give you some peace of mind, right? In case you see ARC block drop down to 130 and you you wonder, you know, why did this happen? You know, I don't want you guys to panic because this is all very fundamental stuff. I've been in this space for over 6 years now, so I understand volatility, right? I've kind of trained myself now to not really care that much about volatility, especially when we're in the middle of a bull run, which we are right now. You know, I believe we've just started the bull run technically, and we're still going to see these massive drops during the bull run, these 20%, 30%, 40%, 50% drops. You have to be able to handle this volatility if you want to be a good investor, and that's what I've kind of trained myself to do, and that's what I want you guys to train yourself to do as well. In the bear market, yes, you definitely don't want to be complacent, right? But in the bull market, you know, I think these drops are good opportunities. That's how you have to reframe and rewire your mind to think. So yeah, ARC block, I'm extremely bullish. That is going to be my top number 3 coin to pick up before the halving. Now looking at the number 4 coin, right? Number 4 coin I am going to be picking up before the Bitcoin halving is BRET. Now this is my top meme coin for this cycle. In my opinion, it is the number 1 meme coin on base, right? It has a lot of holders. It has over 70,000 holders, and the number of holders is just increasing as we go on. Wow, now it's at 89,000. Just yesterday, guys, this was at like 70,000. So, or a couple of days ago. So just in like a couple of days, we've grown 20,000 holders. That's pretty insane, honestly. I recently picked up more BRET because if you look at the price of BRET right now, it's sitting at 5.5 cents, right? $500 million market cap. It's halfway to $1 billion, and it actually almost hit $1 billion. It hit about 800,000 at its high. So it hit 830,000 or $830 million market cap, and now it's retraced back down to that 5.5 cent range. It's basically retesting these highs right here, so it's in a pretty good consolidation zone in my opinion. If you don't have any BRET right now, this could be a good time to pick up some of this coin. I already made a few videos on why I think BRET is going to outperform a lot of the memes during this cycle. I think Pepe and BRET are going to be the Doge and sheep of this cycle. I think BRET can easily hit a $10 to $20 billion market cap. I know that might sound crazy, right? Right now it's sitting at $500 million, Brett is the #1 meme coin on Base, and if you think about it, if you think of what Coinbase is trying to do, is trying to onboard 500 million new users to its Base ecosystem. If even 1% of those users, if even 5 million new people buy into Brett, right? There's 5 million new holders. Well, look at the amount of holders that Brett has right now, 89,000. Imagine this number at 5 million wallets. The price of Brett is going to absolutely skyrocket, in my opinion. I think we are still extremely early, and yeah, there's not that many people talking about this coin yet, but once it does get more and more traction, right, once Base becomes a top 3 chain this cycle, which I do believe it has a very good possibility of doing, you're going to see Brett do extremely well. I believe right now is a good entry, guys, right before the Bitcoin halving. What are we sitting at, right? 5.5 cents. That's a no-brainer in my opinion. But obviously, do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor, especially with something as volatile as meme coins. You definitely want to do your own research, and also you definitely don't want to put your entire portfolio into something like Brett. At the end of the day, this is a very risky investment, like with all cryptocurrency in general. But just looking off of this technical analysis, right now it's not a terrible time to get in. And the last coin I'm going to be picking up before the Bitcoin halving is going to be Render. Render is one of the best AI coins you can buy, in my opinion. It kind of falls into that AI/DePIN niche. So just looking at the chart of Render, you can see right now we are retesting these zones right here, this zone of support, and I believe we can definitely bounce in this zone right here, this consolidation zone, from $6.50 to about $7. I think we could definitely bounce there, and then probably retest these highs again. But that of course depends on what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin decides to go much lower after the halving, then we could see Render actually retest this $5 zone, $5 to $5.50. We could see it bounce back to these zones. It all depends on what Bitcoin does. I would say 70% possibility. I cannot write. Okay, 70% possibility we bounce from at 6.5 cents and then go up, and then maybe 30% possibility we bounce at these lower zones and then of course go up. That's just my opinion, of course not financial advice, but Render right now is looking still pretty good. Okay, we did hit 13.5 cents, or sorry, $13.50 earlier on in the bull run, but of course we're retracing due to Bitcoin. And long term, right, I see Render as easily a 10 to $20 billion market cap project, if not more, right? It's one of the top AI projects. AI is one of the hottest narratives currently, and right now it's only at a market cap of $3 billion. I can see this at 30 billion, to be honest with you guys. Render is just that great of a project. It has so many great partners. It's constantly building. This is just one of those coins that is kind of guaranteed to succeed in this bull run. So yeah, Render right now, keep a close eye. I wouldn't buy it exactly right now. I want to see how the Bitcoin halving plays out, and that's going to be with all of these coins that I mentioned today. So those are going to be the 5 altcoins: Aerodrome, Kaspa, Arcblock, Brett, and Render. There's obviously a lot of other altcoins that I did not cover in this video that I'm also still bullish on, right? Goldfinch, Ondo Finance being 2 of the prominent ones, things like Akash Network, all of these other coins I'm still very bullish on. But if I had to choose 5, then these would be the 5 that I would go with. That's gonna be it for the video. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see. Let me know if you want to see more top 5 coin videos. I am thinking of making a Discord very soon, so I'm still in the process of doing that. In the background, I'm still working overtime to get you guys more and more content, so make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.